Boom. There we go. So now I do one of these. And one of these. Alright. We should be live. I'll just do draw. Alright. I have literally not done any solves today. So, first solve of the day, let's see how it goes. Very smooth, solid look ahead. What up, Christoph? Welcome. I don't like this timer. Oh. Alright. Still got the early morning slowness, as I like to call it. Nice. Please, just reset when I want you to. Double rotation, not be too good. Please, work with me. Man. Oh, whoops. We take it. I got a 9.45 on a Smart Cube, but the problem is that it was a 9.9 TPS with 36 move T-perm. I messed up the alloc and did. Oh no. I mean, that's one way you can increase your TPS. Or I guess inflate it. Please. Holy crap. Hello there, Elliot. What did I even plan? That's what I don't like about this timer when I fail to reset it. Is I inspect cross plus 1, I then focus on trying to reset the timer, and I look back at the cube, not even knowing what the cross solution was. Ugh. Your left hand exists, bro. That was such a bad list there. Ugh. Oops. What's the next episode of this series gonna be called? Like, what's the focus? I don't know. I kind of just choose something in particular on the day after reviewing my nightly average of 12. And then I just pick whichever one I feel like needs the most improvement. In which case, last night I had terrible turning, especially in last layer. So I'm trying to fix that today by just turning a little bit more cautiously. Z-Perm is like a kryptonite for me. Ah. That was unfortunate. Oh, bro. That's my morning alarm for on days where I like really don't want to exist. Not good. Ugh. I don't know what it is about the morning times, but like, it's so hard for me to crank cross plus one, and then everything else is just like, okay. Anti-OLCP, nice. I'm so much worse. I mean, and since I started doing Squan, I can't do 3x3 anymore. I mean, that's where you kind of have to sacrifice if you want to main a side event. You gotta sacrifice some 3x3 skill. I just got PB average for clock configuration. Dude, That's why I am N by N main. So that you can keep your 3x3 skill. 384, that's actually really solid. Good job. Just do both? Yeah, but Swan better? I mean, no. I knew the 2 GLL, but I'm not doing ZGLLs today. I might later today just like drill all the ones that I've learned and just see which ones I've actually retained. That was solid. That was not so solid. Okay, like, what is this? There's definitely someone out there who could plan a triple X cross with like 5 seconds of the scramble. I just couldn't see it. One is one of the least interesting WCA events, not gonna lie. I mean, that's just not true. It is definitely interesting. I just think, like, the role that it plays in the WCA is very niche. And because of that, it's impossible for me to say it's the best. Bro. And it rewards dedication like no other event. I mean, in reality, the real dedication is blind mains. No, you kidding me? Mess up a single D move, and this is what you get. That was alright. All events reward dedication, but the other ones, the dedication is actually solving instead of learning Alex. Well, I mean, technically, you could argue that, like, the majority of events, the dedication is learning Alex anyway. Like, with major exceptions being, like, big cubes, Mega Minks, M by Ns, like, pretty much all of the events heavily rely on Alex sets. It's literally 3 Alex sets. What? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, just number of Alex sets does not equate to dedication needed. OBL is like 180. It's around there. PBL is 967. OBLP is over 1,000, yeah. That was a really good one. Ah. I misrecognized an edge. Shoot. OBLP is not an ALK set. I mean, like, if you want to be that guy, then go ahead, sure. But you still have to learn over 1,000 ALKs just for full PBL and whatnot. Bro. Hard to learn doesn't make it interesting, though. I mean, it's not like it isn't a factor whatsoever. It's not that I think Square One is a bad event. I think Square One is a fantastic event, but I think the competition that it has to go against with is far better than it. In terms of, like, what is the best event. Adaptability? What does that mean? Like, adapting to new methods, adapting to what the scramble gives you, like, what does adapting mean? When you see it? Oh. Hey, Cayman. Welcome to the stream. Like, Timon hasn't seen every F2L pair, but he can still find, like, the most efficient stuff because he knows, like, how the cube works. Okay. Like, is that your reasoning about why the event is good, then, for 3x3? Just because we haven't seen every pair? Like, there's, like, what, 4, maybe 5 events where we've seen every possible scramble. Wait, no. It's probably a 3, the more I'm thinking about it. For some reason in my brain, I was like, oh yeah, clock, we definitely have seen every scramble in that event. But no, probably not. We have low-key seen every possible F2O. Well, yeah, but, like, not in tandem with each other. I don't say 3-3 is good, but it is interesting. Valid. Okay, what's your point? Like, if you factor out cross and last layer, we have 1,000,000% seen every F2L. No, yes. Well, yeah, like, every single individual F2L pair, I mean, there's, like, entire sheets that come with cubes that teach you that. Still, I stand by what I said. Clock 2. Huh. Who invited this guy again? Clock is literally the least interesting event. I mean, that's just a given. In terms of like the speed solving method and the records that come to the method, you can argue that, yeah. I think Worlds Finals has kind of like changed my opinion about whether or not Clock is like spectator friendly or not. To a certain extent, I think. Because like I would have much rather watched Clock Finals than 6x6 Finals. Clock is cool when you're top 100, but my days are over. What? You practically just said flat out, my enjoyment with the event relates to my success. I like the OK plus 2 DNF cards at Worlds. They didn't have them at NAC, and it was confusing in NAC finals. Wow, okay, nothing stood out there for me. I just did the 2 GLO for fun. And then you see we had to write some really sketchy OK plus 2 DNF cards, so we might just not use them. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you were staffing at that comp. We might have just used hand signals. Oh yeah, like thumbs up, peace sign, whatever. I don't know how people finger trick that out from the back. Well, I need to lock in, because, like, the whole point of this is to up my turning accuracy, and I'm locking up more. Like, what is that? What is that, bro? I think I'm just gonna eat the slower times for a while. Anyone know when Peter is coming back? Next May. It's a decent while still. We are a little bit over halfway through. That was better. Who, Peter? Peter Augustine. He was the former 2x2 save record holder, and he was just a fun guy in our community to talk to a lot. He went on his mission just a little bit over a year ago, and so we're all hyped for him to come back. Are you still trying to turn accurately? Yeah. I'm noticing it is improving over these next couple solves just because I'm eating slower times. Like that solve. That solve was all the turning accuracy. Just because the solve was lockupless. When you see it. That's the second one of the stream. Timon's turns so accurately, it's insane. Yeah. I really like Nom's turning the most. Wow, I cannot believe I realized that Sledge would give me that OLL. I knew that if I did it the other way, I would have gotten one of the weird, like, lightning bolt OLLs, so... Not that insane. Look at Max, Hernick, and Chung Nam. I don't know who Max Hernick is. Oh, what? Wow, okay, that was, that's a mistake you don't see often nowadays. Wrote a GC? Yeah, I know. It's not exactly one of the mistakes I'm most proud of. That solution was really boring. Gay perm, yes. When you gotta get an N by N bigger than 5x5, I think he has a 6x6. He kind of just locked in on square one. Let him do it for like a year, he'll eventually get out of the phase, and then he'll like do other side events until he has no other option. Sure. I have a 6x6, but it hurts the turn. Well, how'd she get? It's like Shine get. Rotating with an oriented edge is crazy. The Squan lowered the hater arc goes crazy. I mean, I'm not exactly a Squan hater. I just don't find the event as enjoying as I did when I first started getting good at it. Like, there's a part of me that does want to try to, like, maintain my state record for when it inevitably gets broken. But also, at the same time, that means that I'm giving myself the responsibility to. And that kind of takes the fun out of it for me. So, I'll grind square one once I want to get a time that I want to achieve, not when my record gets taken. That was really solid turning. Four TPS world class events. I mean, why if I send a link it doesn't charge up? YouTube thinks that it's like a scam, essentially. I also wouldn't want you to post links in chat anyway. You try doing 4 SPS on Squan? I mean, what is that? JJ sub 1 throughout the entire solve? Not just enough. No, like, I'm trying to, like, put it in my head what type of, like, turning speed pace you would need for an entire solve to achieve 4 SPS. Depending on if the solve has parity or not, I could see me doing that in a couple attempts. If I was just going all out for it. But the issue... Okay, what? I got a pseudo 2x2 on the scrim. Sure. I don't like that. I only do it if I get it from, like, a U2 angle away and the AUF is already done. But, like, besides that, the normal A-perm algorithm is just fine. Use the Orozco Elk? I don't know the Orozco Elk. I just do an apron for it. I don't know those fancy Orozco Elks. I just haven't bothered learning them. Oh, bro. Bro, it's so good. Okay, I'm not gonna use it. Go criticize someone else's PLLs. This is not a stream where you're gonna get a reasonable response from me. Whoa! So much for turning accuracy. What about keep holding accuracy? Apparently that's bad too. Which one? Doesn't matter. It's like the same elk either way. That's not it. What is this? It's not that, is it? No. There we go. Don't expect me to learn any Alex. I don't even know the dots. This is true. Use whatever Alex are fastest for you, and that's that. When is your goal to break sub 7 global? It's not a when, it's a if. And also, I don't think my goal isn't sub 7 global. My goal is sub 7 average officially. Which are two very different things. That salt was really lucky. You should probably learn the dots though. Why? I don't get them. They are literally all sub-winnable. Okay, I'm not Brian Sutton. I'm just gonna do partial edge orientation on my last slot. Which is like, I only need to do that like what, 1 out of every 8 sols I do. And that'll be good enough. That was really solid. Ah. Corner twist, yikes. Yeah, but if you have a split pair and don't do the ZBLS because it's bad. What do you mean? It's not bad. I'd much rather do that ZBLS into just COLL, ELL. or EPLO, whatever it is, then get a dot case that I don't know. Sure, the ZPLS might be bad for you, but it's not for me. What's your advice to a sub 12 solver to become a sub 10 solver? Search up in the YouTube search bar how to be sub 10 3x3 Rubik's Cube, and you should get your result there. Thank you very much. In all seriousness, no, I am not the go-to resource. There are resources that are far better than me, and you'll want to listen to them and not me. It's not the dot cases you don't know if you don't learn them. Okay, I'm not going to learn them though. What's the cube? This is a beta. I saw the MGC's new 3x3, and it literally just looks like a beta 2.0, which I'm excited for. It's very rare for me to be excited for a 3x3. Get it down to like an 8 global. Yeah, just get your Squan global to 8 seconds. I don't know what's so hard about that. Just like do it the exact same way that I did it, because like I'm young, so clearly works for me, and so that means it should work for everyone else. Whoops. Squan is so boring though. That's an interesting way to describe Squan. It is very like monotonous and tedious, I will give you that. Only stuff in Squan that I like is CS because it's intuitive. Yeah, but like in order to have an 8 global on Squan, you basically need to remove that intuitiveness. What's the word for that? Oops. Just learn CSP and it's more interesting. It's just algs though. I think I did it from the back instead of the front. It's not algs, it's intuitive. You literally told me, like, if you're going to learn CSP, learn them as algs rather than intuitive stuff because it makes it easier. So, either you're going back on your own advice or you're lying to us. Which one is it? same solution every time, therefore alg. I don't necessarily agree with that. Because like if that's the case, then like the first two moves of every Squan Solve are going to be intuitive, and then it just all sets up in the Scalp Kite or one of those other easy cube shapes to recognize. Like if your basis for alg is do the same thing every single time, then you could argue that like 6x6 is all algs because you just do slice of slice for a lot of L4E. Or you do like specific triggers for certain center cases. It's all the same moves, therefore alg. I know like there's more nuances, and I swear you're gonna go into big depth about why like 6x6 has a lot more nuances than square one, but like my point is still valid. It's even Max's favorite event. Max loves FTO, so I guess I'll show you what his opinions are. Whoopsies. I cannot believe that was so bait. Bro is doing slice of slice for every L4E? Okay. What's your point? It's all the same thing, therefore alg. What did I do? I messed up one move. Nice. It's 6x6 all algs and you love it, then learn Squan because it's all algs in your eyes. Well, no. He doesn't see 6x6 as all algs, so that's the thing. Kenyon, you are bad. No, it's just all subjective opinion. Just because I'm bad doesn't make my opinion any less valid than yours. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Whether or not you agree with it or not, that's your issue, not theirs. Which is exactly why, like, the reason why I said, like, I don't like square one anymore, and I'm not going to do it. Along with my other reasons that, like, you could factor our reasons to like or not like an event. For me, it's not that big of a deal. Squan is no algs until PBL. OBL is intuitive. CS is intuitive. That I just straight up don't agree with, though. But, like, again, maybe he does see OBL as intuitive in that way. I don't know if he knows the outset. But, like, if he sees OBL as intuitive in that way, and he enjoys learning that, then sure. By all means, be my guest. I'm just not going to do it with you. I low-key think 2x2 is the second best event. ECEN. Though it's all algs and one looking. Oh, even. Okay, it's a typo. Even if it's all algs and one looking. Okay, but, like, at that point, it's hard to even class it in the same vein as N by N events, just because it's so different. You can just do it quickly enough that it looks like an alg. Well, I mean, isn't that what an alg is? Just a memorized sequence of moves. That was a really good one of Glass Slayer, essentially. It just canceled into the PLO. A JPerm is intuitive. I mean, yeah. Now we're getting into the territory of what is an algorithm. And this is entirely, like, just subjective opinion anyway. So it's like, what's even the point of having this conversation anymore? Bro, it's not. Come on, read the chat. No, I read the chat. I just think you're wrong. Pre-memorized sequence of turns. If that's the definition of an algorithm, then there's going to be a lot of algorithms. Just because, like, in 2x2, everything is one looked. You can just say that it's your made up on the spot algorithm for that specific scramble. That's what a 2x2 one look is. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I think the definition of a memorized sequence of moves is too vague. Then is cross plus one an alg? Yes. Under this definition, cross plus one would be an alg set. Now, I don't know the full alg set, but I can intuitively find my own algorithms for every single individual scramble. Oh yeah, I was doing it right. Not right enough, but yeah. That's why I think, like, using the definition memorize sequence of moves as an algorithm is just entirely subjective where you draw the line. And most people will draw the line at different places. For example, I draw the line somewhere, like, below OBL. Elliot draws the line somewhere above OBL and thinks OBL is intuitive. That's totally fine. I'm just saying, like, debating and arguing and, like, shouting into a void about where we think the line is just doing nothing. Also, FMG should not be a WCA event. I mean, like, you can think that there's going to be a lot of people who outright dislike you for this opinion alone. But, like, usually people who say this haven't really given FMC a shot. So I'm going to assume that that's the same case with you. And, like, you haven't gone into all the nuances that FMC likes to bring up. LBL is intuitive to a certain degree because you can reduce cases to other cases. That's just, like, cube shape in a nutshell anyway. Again, like, it's all subjective. No, it's multiple algs. Sure. It can be multiple algs, it can be one alg, it can be entirely intuitive, just based on that. It's literally what you do for it. I don't care if it's literally what you do for it. People have different interpretations of the same thing. That's the whole reason why humans are different, is because we disagree on the same thing. If we all agreed on what the same thing is, then, like, what's the point of being a human anyway when everyone else is the same? Whoa! Almost got a pop. Jeez. J-perm reduces to a U-perm, which is a better case. Like, you can say that multiple algorithms are just, like, one really long algorithm if you know what case is going to come up. I joined late. Why don't you like Swan anymore? It got too tedious and repetitive. I kind of was just like drilling all of my algorithms over and over again, just hoping I didn't get parity. And like it just made me lose like motivation for the event in general. I think a lot of people confuse me not liking an event with me hating the event. And it's not that I hate the event and I don't want the event to be practiced by anyone. It's just the event is no longer for me and I am not going to practice it, at least to a certain extent. I agree with this take, Canyon. Here's the rest of it. Do you agree with that? And again, like people will have different nuances about what repetitive means. Like some people will think square one is nuanced, but then think FMC is repetitive. Oh, bro. What am I doing? That was insane. Tyronium, you can get really creative with your PBL solutions. That is not a fact. That is just what you think. Like, everyone's definition of creative is going to be completely different. I saw your WHA profile and you're bad at FMC. He does not get rounds. He doesn't go to competitions with FMC very much. Like, he's definitely capable of moves. Like, he's capable of getting results way better than that. I know that for sure. And also, who are you to say a 38 sucks? Solid. Top 500 easily in FMC? Yeah, just learn domino reduction in like a couple minutes and then just like this method that you've been practicing for a really long time and has a high like likelihood that you could mess something up entirely. Yeah, you only get 3 attempts at it. Good luck. It's not easy to get top 500 in any event. It takes a lot of work and dedication no matter which event it is. Some events are easier than others, and people are going to have different opinions about where easy lies. But, like, also at the same time, it's not easy to get top 500 in the world for anything unless it's niche enough. If it's not prestigious, then it's going to be hard. Or if it's prestigious, I mean, it'll not be hard. Wait, no. I'm saying literally everything backwards because I'm focusing on the solve. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, if the category / event / whatever is prestigious, it will be hard to get top 500. There we go. And vice versa. It's definitely not easy to get multiple events in top 500 at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Like, I've been speed cubing for 9 years, and I think I only have, 2 or 3 event categories, let alone events, just event categories that are in the top 500. It takes a lot of effort to get there. I know how much effort it takes to get there because I've done it. Actually, let me check, actually. Hold on. How many events do I have a world ranking in the top 500 or better? World Cube Association. Go here, go my results. Alright. So, I have, it looks like if we're going off world ranking, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 events in the top 500. That's in terms of averages, because singles are Lamau. Kennen is a good all-rounder. Like, even that is completely subjective because I technically haven't done all the events yet. I can never be an all-rounder? Well, if you keep saying that, you won't be. You have a 5-1 success at home? I haven't even attempted it yet. I'm waiting until the next PBQ. I don't want to learn blind events Squan and get good at FMC and 6x6 and 7x7. Okay, well, say goodbye to being an all-rounder. You can totally be a happy speed cuber and like be actively and healthily competitive for decades on end by just choosing one niche to get good at. Like, you don't have to be a good all-rounder to necessarily be a good cuber. You can just be like a side events main, or you could be like a pure 4x4 main. You can do any of that. Obviously, I don't think you're harnessing all of the fun that can be achieved from WCA competitions if you're limiting yourself to just those events. But it's not impossible, and it's totally, like, up to you. As long as you enjoy, that's what matters. If you don't enjoy it, then you might as well quit. Pure 4x4 main is crazy. Hey, some people like that exist. Blind is too confusing. Have you at least tried it yet? I tried learning blind ones and I gave up because my brain was about to explode. I mean, fair enough. Maybe you're not cut out for blinds. I wouldn't just write off blind immediately. I do think once you come back to it, it'll make a bit more sense, but like that's entirely your decision, bro. Just like you have to be okay with people judging you for not liking the blind events. Like that's what you're signing up for by not learning them. Sounds like you just quit because you were lazy. Guys, we're not critiquing his practice method with blind. We're only critiquing whether or not he wants to do it or not, which it sounds like he doesn't. That's what we can judge upon it. Because like calling him lazy and calling him like not like really putting in a much effort just because he doesn't want to is very like very much rude, I will say. I might try free blind again, but prefer learning like OH or 505 with more competition. Valid reason. Like I said, completely valid reason. There's nothing I can do to criticize that because I can't control you. Also, like, why am I cooking? Four blind took me over 40 plus attempts to get a success, and now I'm kind of decent at it, but he is not Ty Baird. He can't have the exact same success that you do. He'll either have it better or worse, doesn't matter. He's just not you. If he's gonna critique my FMC practice habits without knowing me at all, well, yeah, I didn't agree with those either. Like I said, okay, have you really given FMC a shot yet? Like, who are you to critique him? Two wrongs don't make a right. Okay. Interesting. OMG, my kin just tied with Drew Brads. Nice. I don't know. How often does Drew Brads compete anymore? I know he like moved to Costa Rica for a year. I just got a 4 on Squan. I don't think he competes anymore. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Isn't he a father now? I'm going to my first comp in October. There is 3x3, 2x2, Scube, OH, and Clock. I'm going to compete in 3x3, 2x2, and Scube. Nice. Hope you have fun. Hope you enjoy it. And hope you get to see a lot of the other competitors who can discuss like how competitions run in the first place. If I'm going to give you one piece of advice, befriend your delegates as early as possible. If you befriend your delegates and organizers as early as possible, it's like a very pleasant experience for the rest of your queuing career. Don't like actively make it your mission to seek out friendship with them, but like just try your best to not annoy them. Utah has only 4 keywords in the top 100 for Kinch, top 1,000. I mean, that's probably more than some other states and some other countries. It's nothing to be like disappointed about. If anything, 4 in the top 1,000 in the entire world is pretty epic. Do we even have 1,000th of the world population? Probably not. Almost when you see it. Not quite. Is Georgia easier to get SR? Check yourself. I would assume not, just because it's a state on the East Coast and they tend to have a higher population and therefore better records. But it's not like a one-to-one linear comparison, like number of people versus strength of state record. You can look at a Georgia state record and decide, yes, I want this one, and then go for it. But your goal should be get the state record rather than beat this one person. That's what I did. Yeah, some people like really care about those records, and like fair enough. I did for a really long time. It's not like I don't anymore. I still do care about like the Utah State records, just not nearly to the degree I did like 3 years ago. Please. Jeez. That's what I did too. Some people aren't necessarily going to get their start out by going for a state record, though. Ugh. What SRs have you never gotten? I mean, all of the blind events, all of the big cubes above 4x4, and Clock, Megaminx, and I know there's one more. Is there not another side event? FMC, I guess. I haven't gotten a state record in that. I've gotten, there's more events that I haven't gotten a state record in than I have. Now I don't really care about getting new SRs, I just want PRs. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I could get a new state record if I went on like a massive Megaminx or Clock grind, but like, do I want to do that just for a state record? No, I want to do events that I enjoy at the moment. Didn't you get Skewb at some point? I did get Skewb at some point, yeah. It's a lot easier to list the state records I have achieved in events versus that I haven't. Just because, like, that's a lot easier because I have so many less, you know. So I have 2x2 average, I have a 4x4 average, I've had OH average in single, Pure Minx average in single, Skew average in